Well, he's got to get the bit between his teeth again.
And this, I guess, Ken, is the beauty of a best of 17 frames affair. You have to restructure your thinking ahead of the next session.
Absolutely. There's an awful long way to go in this match. And Ricky, as John said, has started off a little bit slow and had a half chance that he missed. Ones that he was probably knocking in today. But, you know, he'll want to try and get his first frame very, very quickly on the board just to establish himself and settle the nerves, because that may play a big part in this match. Even though Ricky Walden has won the Shanghai Masters, Mark Allen has a lot more experience in the UK in these big events, so that may be a small telling factor. It remains to be seen.
Okay, back we go.
It's always a different pressure when you come to a long frame match in the second session. You're ahead after the first session. I wouldn't say you're in a hiding to nothing. 5-3 is not a big lead, but it's always a lead where you're trying to protect it. And Ricky will want to let Mark get back to 5 each. You know, 2-frame lead was very useful after the first session.
He's had a bit of a result there with the cannon and the yellow. In fact, Ricky just held his hand up to apologise for that bit of good fortune, because there's no escape back down to the safety zone here. Pretty good shot he's played here. Just watch as he hits the yellow. That'll do very nicely. In fact, I can't see an escape route back down the table for Mark Allen. No gap between the blue and pink to snick off the side of the reds. I don't know if he can see enough of this to play a little thin snick to avoid the cannon into the reds. Yeah, well played. Good shot. I say a good shot. He's left the one that's near the pocket, but there was very little else available to him there. But if Ricky takes this on, it looks as if he's going to cannon the 2 reds that are near the black there. A little bit of a nervy start for Ricky here this evening. Played so well in the afternoon session. He's usually very good at that type of shot.
Amazing. We've seen footage of both players on the practice table just before they came out, and obviously you're putting everything on the practice table. You're feeling good. As soon as you get in that arena, it's completely different, the feeling you get. Ricky Walden didn't score a point in the last frame. Just wants a couple of easy balls to get his cue arm going again.
I mean, the crowds have been absolutely fantastic here at the Barbican Centre. We had the 2 table situation, open planned. They all enjoyed that, and now we're down to the 1 table. And I mean, they've been absolutely superb. They really have. It's great to be back in York, and those snooker fans are loving every minute of this. Well, Ricky's trapped here somewhat. Coming up to a minute just to think about how he can get the cue ball back down the table. But if he does, that red's over the middle pocket. So, and I can't see a path through to just nestle on the red that's behind the black. And look at that, hasn't potted a ball for just over 20 minutes. And as I say, I can't see a path through to land on that red that's near the cushion. Could go twice across the table. He hasn't thought about that yet, but it is a possibility. Just, I mean, if he went twice across the table, he could get to that red possibly. The only thing he's probably frightened of slipping past it. He'd leave it on for that right corner, but it's as good a shot as any just to have a go at once. Right, what has he spotted then? Well, this will have to be very precise to just nestle on this one near the middle pocket. It's not going to reach.
Foul.
But I'll tell you what, it's not a bad choice.
Mark Allen 4.
Little smile. He's waiting for it to go back.
Yeah.
Not a bad choice if he can judge the angle again.
This is when you're relying on a referee to put it in exactly the same spot, because you've got your point and your cushion where you're aiming. If the referee just puts it just a centimetre away from where it was before.
Yeah. Mark, thank you.
It's just slightly away from where it was. It's not too bad though. It's. Oh, he's hit it too hard this time. He may have left one. Just shows you he had to be absolutely spot on when he tried to land on the red. You can't afford to leave Mark Allen. He's such a good potter. In my 30-odd years as a professional, Stephen, I've never known where we had 3 left-handers
4.
in the semi-finals of a major ranking tournament. Never been known in the history of the game.
Five.
I don't know how many left-handers we have in the top 16 or the top 32. It does seem to be more than there used to be.
Well, we've got one in the final, and Judd Trump, and he beat Neil Robertson, a left-hander from Australia. We've got Mark Allen's a left-hander. Mark Williams, another left-hander, and most of the left-handers seem to be some of the best potters we've ever had in the game. See, he can't get anywhere near a red if he just rolls the blue, and he's going to have to leave a difficult pot. So this is a key shot coming up. Might be able to get himself onto the black if he can. Let's have a look what sort of angle he's got on this red. I don't know whether he can stun it through and maybe leave the black. He might have to screw back again.
Hit that superbly well. Timed it fantastic. It shows you even with a short cue action, managed to generate the speed that you needed to get back. The short cue action, you got much more acceleration through the cue ball when he strikes it. Where the longer cue action of Ricky Walden and like Sullivan, it's the more like a long cue action, smooth to get the timing.
16.
Well, that kicked. Well, I think Mark thought it was going to throw the blue offline, but well, it would have been a shame if that blue hadn't have dropped in the pocket, but it did kick and straighten up slightly, and well, it went in off the jaw, as you could see. So you hate to see a player sort of losing a frame with a terrible contact like that. So he's still in control. He's 25 in front and still in the balls.
I think he was convinced he was going to miss that blue, and it's a major bit of fortune really for it to go in. You gotta kick that heavy, it doesn't go in. That's good recovery.
22.
This is a perfect start for Mark Allen tonight. Ricky Walden still not to pot a ball.
Yeah, Ricky's had 1/2 chance in the opening frame, and that's been about it.
27.
You can't pot them if you're sitting in your seat. Doesn't have to bother cannoning into anything just at present. There's another 4 reds available.
$35. $36.
These two boys are both very fluent players. They don't hang around, that's for sure. There's the average shot time, 21 and 22 seconds. Has he left a slight angle here?
43.
Might just have. Well, he's going to have to screw it back. There's not as much angle. He may be able to force it round.
44.
That was about the best he could do, and he needs a delicate little cannon here just to hold the white. Just a delicate little cannon onto that red would be perfect. Oh, he hit the wrong red. He's hit the wrong red, and it's going to be difficult. There's only one possible cut into the middle
51.
pocket as we show you him catching the wrong red that he played the cannon on. This is quite thin. Oh, he's cueing well this evening. He really is cueing very well, Mark Allen. And we could have a cracking semi-final on our hands here this evening.
$56. $57. Thanks, man.
Only needs the black to leave Ricky needing a snooker.
I think there's a straight plant in the middle of those 5 reds into the right centre, so no need to play any risky shots into the reds here. Just make sure the black.
$64.
Well, you spotted that plant before anyone else. You did like a plant in your day, Steve, and you did pull a few plants out.
$65.
You want to keep potting these balls. You won't want to give Ricky any excuse to come to the table and have a little
72.
A little warm up. So if I was out there, I'd be trying to
73.
clear these up.
$78. $79.
There was a good effort, but it's just stopped. But Ricky
Back
will
on,
stay in his seat.
79.
He just